Hi guys! So today's video is going to be on my NCLEX experience and my personal experience taking the NCLEX. And I want to apologize in advance. I had published this video on Wednesday and for some reason half the video was cut out. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was my technical error, probably because I'm not super good at technology and editing and all of that. But anyways, I'm sorry that that video is half cut out, so I'm going to just totally re-record the video and publish it for you guys, and I'm sorry for the delay for those of you who have been waiting to see this video, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with the day before the NCLEX. The day before the NCLEX, I decided that I was not going to do any NCLEX studying questions or prep. I had been preparing for weeks, for months, and I just decided, you know what, the day before the NCLEX, I'm going to relax and enjoy my day and try not to stress and worry myself about taking the test. So the morning of the NCLEX, I had to get up at like 4:30 because I had to leave my house before 5. It was over a 2-hour drive to the testing center. Just because of where I live, I am in kind of a smaller town, and so I had to go to the bigger city where the testing center was, and it was 105 miles, I think, one direction. So it was a good distance away from my house, and so I left before 5 because my test was at 8 and I had to check in at 7:30. The night before the test, I did not sleep at all. I slept maybe an hour or two total, and that's like maybe taking like 10-minute little snoozes all night long. I was just so anxious. I was excited. I was feeling, I don't know, just like this is the biggest test of my life. It determines my career. This is what all of those tests and exams and studying in nursing school have prepared me for, and so it was a big deal. So I arrived to the testing center. I got there at like 7:15. I had to wait till 7:30 till the doors opened. So when I got there, there was a few other people there, and not all of them were taking the NCLEX. So just FYI, most of the testing centers, I'm assuming, are just testing centers. They're not just for NCLEX. So there was someone there taking engineering test. There's someone there taking their PA test. So I thought that was interesting when I got there that not everyone there was there to take the NCLEX. So when I got there, I had to pick up a number, and they called my number, and I checked in, and they did a palm vein scan, which is a scan, it's an infrared scan of your hand, and basically before you go in and out of the test, you had to do a palm vein scan, and so that you're not trying to bring someone random with you to take your test and cheat on the NCLEX. So I got all checked in. I had to put all of my stuff in a locker. They put your phone in a baggie, and if you open that bag in any way or tamper with it, and then after the test, when you have to turn that bag in to get your phone out, you automatically fail the NCLEX. So there was no way I was going to go even touch that bag. I didn't even go to my locker because I was like, I'm not risking any tampering with that little bag. So I scanned into the test with my palm, and they walked me into the test. And I sat down. I had a little whiteboard thing that I could write on. And one interesting thing was that the whiteboard that you could write on to do like equations, or I don't know if you just like to write things down to kind of think things out, you're not allowed to erase it. At least for my testing center, you couldn't. So if I needed a new one, I had to raise my hand and they would come and bring me a new whiteboard to write on. So at the start of the test, I was feeling super like anxious. I just wanted to start. I was kind of feeling nervous, and the beginning part of the test is a little tutorial. It gives you samples of questions, nothing nursing related. They're just sampling like the types of questions like multiple choice or select all that apply, and it goes through some instructions on like you cannot give away answers, you cannot talk about the NCLEX, you cannot publish it online with your answers and tell everyone what was on it. I kind of just briefly read through those and clicked next because that actually takes part of your time away from taking the NCLEX. So I just wanted to get started. So I started taking my NCLEX, and the first couple of questions were very basic, like definition basic, asking you what the meanings of these words were, which was good. I expected it to start out easier. And as I went by like question 40, it got very difficult. I had no idea what I was even doing, or I had no idea what it was even asking me, which I took that as a good sign, because a lot of people said if you're getting tough questions, if you're getting a lot of select all that apply questions, which by the way, I got like 17 select all that apply questions or something around there. There was a lot, and that can be a little bit freaky because, you know, no one likes those questions. They're hard, they're difficult. But I took that as a good sign that I was doing well and that I was on the right track. For those of you who don't know how the NCLEX works, there is like a bar line, and when you start off on your first question, you are right at that bar line. If you get it right, you go above the line. If you get it wrong, you go below. So you want to build yourself up above this line with getting enough test questions right to pass. The minimum number of questions you can pass the NCLEX in is 75, and at question 74 I was so nervous, and at question 75 I was like, please shut off, please shut off, please shut off, and it did. My test shut off at 75 questions and I was so happy. A lot of people get really nervous when it shuts off at 75 because I think, oh my gosh, I didn't have enough time to prove myself. But if it shuts off at 75, that's either a very, very good sign that you did well, or it means you miserably failed and didn't do super well. So I was actually happy that it shut off at 75 because I took that as, oh, I did well, and I left the testing center 45 minutes after I started the test, and I felt very confident with how I did. It took me 2 days to find out my results that I passed the NCLEX. I went on Pearson VUE, which is the website that you sign up for your test through, and you actually can purchase your results for $7.95 2 days after you take your test. And so I did that because I couldn't wait to find out if I passed the test. And so I found out that I passed, and I was very happy that, you know, everything that I had been working towards and studying for, it all came down to that one test, and I did well on it. I have a video out where I give advice and tips on what to do on the day of the NCLEX and kind of some things to expect and prepare for. So I will link that video down below and make it pop up above. So check that out if you're interested. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave me any questions or comments that you have in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.